Hey, what's up, everybody? Info Warrior is the first one that pop up in the comments there. What's happening? So tonight, it's going to be a little bit of a quicker one, and we're going to dive straight into this Sin Pack. Menu number 4, omelet with ham. Kind of infamous in the world of MREs or the ration review community as being one of the worst MREs ever made. I don't think that's the case. It's just personally not, I think if you get a good one, which I don't know if this one is, I don't know actually any of the storage conditions, anything at all behind this. Now, I do have one that's in a case of 1994s that I bought that's supposed to be perfectly edible. And I also have a 1988 that's right back here that Steve gave me a long time ago that I really want to review. It came from Alaska. It's supposed to be in absolutely mint condition. So I need to get into that. It's sealed in my case back here. Nice climate controlled. Should be aging just fine. But now this one in particular. Hey, what's up, Fireman Food? Which is canceled now. And Xeno Saga. Oops, sorry. Jason. Hang on. Let me get a live chat. Always starts off on top chat. If you do these live streams, anybody, let me fix my tripod here because I'm all out of whack. Yep. There we go. That's a little better. Anyway, if you do these live streams, you always want to go and switch it to live chat first thing. And I usually forget to do that, but I was pretty quick on it today. So, Sparrow, what's up, my dude? 24-year-old omelet. I sense a disturbance in the digestive tract, as if billions of bacteria cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I don't think anything living will be inside of the retort pouch in here unless it's bloated. Now, if it's bloated, you will not see me put that in my mouth, because the only bloated pouches that I will ever attempt to eat are the ones that come out of Canada, and I do not understand why they are bloated. I don't know if they're packaged at a higher altitude or maybe even a lower altitude, and they ended up. I don't know. I don't know why they tend to be bloated. So, talked to Black Dog Bob there a few minutes ago. He said he's not going to be able to make it tonight, so unfortunately we won't be seeing Bob hanging around tonight. And he told me he's got some sort of ration coming out or something. He showed me a picture of one of the included items that looked pretty cool. Now I'm going to dive into this here in just a second. I was just digging around with my stuff and I found this. I forgot I even had this. This thing. This is an Ash John food rations. These were in a lot of like survival rafts and things like that, civilian, and they also used them in civil defense type situations. It's Ash John Corporation out of Brooklyn, New York, and where we filmed the show, I'm pretty sure is very close to where this thing was packaged. There's a old production plant over there. It made a bunch of survival food, made a bunch of rations back in the day, and right next to the shipyard where the shipyard used to be. So I'm pretty sure that's probably where this thing was made, was very close to that. And what's it say this says? It's got 12 ounces of malted milk tablets, 8 ounces of CC bars, which is chocolate, 8 ounces of fortified biscuits, and 2 ounces, oh no, CC bars. Oh yeah, that's the jelly bars, my bad. And 2 ounces of enriched tropical chocolate. I think there's more than 2 Hershey's tropical chocolate bars in here. I could be wrong, but I think there is. But this is the worst looking example I have ever seen. And I think it'll be really interesting to dive into this thing. It's not bloated or anything. It does have a couple small dents on it. One right there on the corner, as you can see, it's kind of squared off a little bit. And then there's a dent right there. But, I mean, dent-wise, it's not too bad. A couple little tiny dings right there. Nothing that looks like it's compromised the seam. Right there's the main seam of the can. I don't see any compromise on that at all. unless maybe right there on the bottom. It's a little bit warped because of that dent right there. But I don't know. There's no movement, really. Yeah, I'll take that back. There's a little bit of movement in there. Not much. But I think it'll be cool to see if the outside of the packaging, or the, the can, reflects what's going to be inside. And like I said, this is not what this thing's supposed to look like. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one that looks mint condition, but this is all supposed to be red up in here, like a bright red color. And this is supposed to be a really nice shellacked gold color. And basically this can has almost morphed into one single color. It's barely, I mean, it's just barely discernible. You can see like all the little crackers on there, designs of crackers or biscuits. There's your malted milk tablets, crackers again. Up here's your chocolate bars. Yep. And then here is your CC bars, which is jelly bars. So yeah, pretty cool little can. I thought that was interesting to look at. But now, this is what we're going to focus on right now. The reason that I know that this is 1994 is because of this date code stamped on it right here. The 199th day of 1994. Now, this came off the set of Eating History. That's where this came from. It, again, like I said, I don't know any of the backstory. This thing was actually nothing more than a prop. And I was in New York, and I needed some things, older things, because me and G. Schultz were going to be doing that review together. And I got this and a couple other things, but we ended up not going that route that night. I think we just did what G. Schultz brought with him. So yeah, I have this from the set, which is pretty cool, and I think it'd be fun to check it out. I do have another one. I have another one of these, and I have a. I think it's a Frankfurters. I don't know what year they are, but both of those also came from the set. And this came from the set, and so did this, which is this is an accessory packet with a P38. So we're going to see if this thing is edible. I hope it is. I think it will be. But again, like I said earlier, people kind of regard this as being one of the worst MREs ever made. By far, I think the spinach fettuccine is the worst modern MRE that is being produced still yet today. And I think there's worse options than this. I think this, if you get a good example of this, I think this is not a bad choice of an MRE. And I don't know, I just feel like people back in the day, it got a bad rap. It did get a bad rap. A lot of people did talk bad about it and not like it. But I don't know. Let's just see. Smokey and the gang, how's it going? Hey, Daniel, what's happening, man? And I see Fred. We're going to cut this open. Now, there is a tear notch right here at the top that you can split this open. Get your fingers inside of there, and then pull. This will pull apart once you get your fingers down in there. Maybe I should try to do it. Nah. I'll just cut it. I don't know. I kind of want to open it the right way. Let's see. Get my nose in there. I'll just split it open. Just got me a little whiff of air from 1994. That's unusual. It's not going to pull open. That's what I figured. You never know, though. You know what? Let me grab this IFAC. Little razor knife that came in the that huge Minotaur the Beast ration that Bob sent me, because this thing makes a nice perfect cut. This thing has cheese spread in it. Oh, this never works out well for me with these old cheese spreads, if that's what's in here. Now, I do like this era of MRE, and this is something I wish that they still did today. Even though they have abandoned the boxes, I know it's more packaging, blah, 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 but this does protect your contents. You know, you got those two boxes, one on the inside and one on the outside, on both sides of this, and everything else is stuffed in the middle, which I think is a great way to go. The Canadians are still doing it to this day. This is the same style that they use to package their IMPs, is a box on each side and the contents in the middle, and that works out really, really well. And I just wish that that's something that they didn't abandon, because it does really help protect your, you know, well, if you got cookies in there, crackers in there, things like that, they're not going to get all smashed up. So first off, we have our potatoes au gratin. There's that 5-ounce side that we were talking about on G. Schultz's live stream last night. That 5-ounce, 142 grams au gratin potatoes. There's our accessory packet. We'll get to that in a moment. Oh, look at that. There's a nice melted Mars bar. It's definitely been melted. This side over here, not so bad. It still feels like it should. So half of this thing feels, see how it's broken in the middle? Half of it feels right. The other half feels very wrong. And very, very melted or smashed. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. It probably got a little warm and then got smashed over here on this side, and this side didn't get smashed. So again, that's what I was talking about with the packaging being on both sides like that. Probably helped preserve that, at least half of that bar. And then here we go. This is one of my favorite items. We have the oatmeal cookie bar. Let's see if I can get it. It says oatmeal cookie bar. And this is, to this day, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, desserts. 4182. So the 182nd day of 1994. That 4, of course, stands for 1994, and the way we can deduce that is when these menus were made. If you can go right over on MREinfo.com, you can look through the menus on there, and you can see exactly what years these menus were produced. So there's no way that could be a 2004, and there's no way that could be a 1984, because this menu was not produced in either one of those years. Pretty short-lived menu in the way of MREs goes. Now, the veggie omelet came along later, but that's a whole other animal in itself. And honestly, it's not a bad menu either, but it has the reputation of being the vomlet. A lot of people didn't like it, so it is what it is. G. Schultz says he loves the menu section on MREinfo.com. It is a great source of information, a great way to navigate and figure out what you have. The same way goes if you're trying to buy something on eBay listed as brand new and you're not 100% sure whether or not it is or it isn't, because they change the menu numbers around every now and again, and the best way to figure out if it is a newer MRE is to go right over on MREinfo.com, check out the menu list, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. So here we have our cocoa beverage powder. Now, by the way, everything feeling to the touch very nice so far, which is a good sign. Here we have our partially biodegradable MRE spoon. There we go. And here is CT's nemesis, or his favorite. I'm not sure which yet. Grape jelly. There's like a solid mass in the center of that. I'm going to knead it up because I don't want a bunch of liquid to come out of this thing as soon as I open it up. Just go ahead and get that out of the way, because if not, guys, I'll forget to do it. And then we have our MRE crackers with the date of the 179th day of 1994 on those. I guess the crackers can go right there. Getting everything out of whack here. Oh, look at that box. That's just, it just feels weird. It looks weird. Huh. Packed by Land of Frost Incorporated, Lansing, Illinois. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Interesting. Land of Frost. That doesn't ring a bell for me. I don't know that I've ever laid my eyes on one that was produced by Land of Frost. Huh. It does. It looks fake. It looks like a movie prop. I agree with you, G. Schultz. And it feels like... It doesn't feel... Okay. It doesn't feel like this one. You'll be able to see a difference even on camera. See how shiny that top one is? And how, like, textured and rough this one is. By the way, 108th day on the Au Gratin potatoes. But yeah, it just doesn't look or feel anywhere near the same. Doesn't even sound the same. This one has just a weird aura about it. So we have a 6 ounce and a 5 ounce. You end up with you know, considerably more than your typical 8 ounce entree here. Total of 11 ounces. So you get 3 bonus ounces in this meal. And again, I don't know, man. That box is just so weird to me. There we go. 4070. Yeah, okay. Land of Frost does produce meat like ham, bologna, and the like. So, kind of makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I just never had seen Land of Frost on a vintage meal box like this, on a main box. So it's pretty cool to see. I'm gonna open this from the box. I don't know, for some reason I want to keep this box because I find it interesting and very different. So this will go back in the bag if I can get it open without destroying it, which it's not looking like I'm going to be able to. Come on. Very, very well glued. There we go. That'll work. There is our omelet. And there's our weird little box. Okay. Well, put that away too soon. I'm going to go ahead and get the au gratin potatoes out and go get both of these bad boys heating up. Now, the potatoes packed by Sinpack out of Cincinnati, Ohio. That makes sense because this is a Sinpack meal. Now, the retorts even look slightly different, I think. And just judging by distance here. Yes, they are. It's not going to pick it up on camera, I don't think, as well as it does. I can see it in person, but this one on top is definitely textured differently. And it's a slightly different color. Yep. There's your very weird print. Omelet with ham. The 70th day of 1994. So this is definitely a solid 26 years old. And this was the 108th day. So yeah, we're definitely past the 108th day of this month. Yep. Alright, I'm going to throw these into some boiling water. And I will be right back. William, buddy, that's the point. I'm going to try to eat this whole thing. We'll see. Hopefully it's good. Do not want to leave that in there for too long. Yeah, I don't want to overcook this one. Let me fix the camera here a little bit. Alright. Oh yeah, we went through the accessory packet, and I didn't even get to the good old flameless ration heater here, which I'm not using because I'm eating older food, and I'm at home. There's no point in wasting a good old flameless ration heater here. Now, I'll use the flameless ration heaters in an actual video review, but doing a live stream, it's quicker, it's better to just heat it up on the spot. So about right around 1930, I'm going to say, is when I threw that in there. 19:30. I want to have it out in about 5 minutes or 6 at the most. So I don't want to go. It's at 25:30 roughly. I need to have it out of there. Let's get the old tray out up here, and then we'll go through the oh, history savior. Good luck with this one, bud. Doesn't look appetizing. Well, we will see, won't we? Thank you so much for that super chat, History Savior. You guys go check out History Savior's channel. I got a link to his channel right at the top of the description. I also have one there for Maddog. I'm not exactly sure who all I have up there. A lot of newer links are up there. BTemple should be up there. I think I should have one up there for CT, Mr. Canadian Trucker. So why did I do that? I don't need this thing. It's just a waste of a spoon. I'm just going to slide it back in there like that never happened. So now I have a spoon with a slight hole in it in the packaging. And I'm just going to grab, you know, same thing. Alright, so this is an interesting little accessory packet. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this little razor knife here. I like this thing. This way I only cut through one side of the plastic, maybe. There we go. Dump it out right here in the middle. There we go. There's a little bit of stuff inside there. I don't know what that is. What is that? Ooh. That's Tabasco or something. I don't know, but it's all through there. It's on the bottom. It's up here. Let me stick my nose in there. Oh. That actually smells good. It smells like the gum. It smells like a sea ration. Oh, look at that. Just picked the bag up and that fell out. How about that? So we have a sugar-free iced tea drink. Whoa, I'm in pain. Hey, Smoke, what's up, my dude? Thank you for that super chat, man. I just happened to look down and seen that. Well, dude, thank you so much for that. And History Savior as well up there with the super chat. Thank you, man. Oh, no. Well, let me just give you a little better perspective here. That is no longer a powder. It is a solid, but I mean, I can make it a powder again. That's probably what. Look at that. Look at that hole right there. Is that a hole? I think the coffee. Yep, it is. It's ripped. Ha! That's what's in the package. It's the coffee. Of course, it's the taster's choice. It's always the taster's choice. The weakest point of the ration. Here we have our non-dairy cream substitute, dry. Uh-oh. Kind of a solidified domino sugar. That's unusual. Here's our little refreshing towelette. A little orange on it with there's coffee all over everything, by the way. I mean, you can see the specks there. One just fell into my fingers. It's right there. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to open that coffee anyways. It may reconstitute. As long as it's not moldy, I don't care to try to reconstitute it. There's our U.S. issued butt ration, or toilet paper, or napkins, whatever you want to use it as. Here are our DD Bean & Sons matches that are red tip, and these are black matches. These are actually pretty slick looking matches, to be honest. They look a little better in person than they do on camera. They kind of look purple on camera right here, but they're actually like a gray faded into a black there. And there's your print. Obviously, these are damp climate matches. We have some Spearmint Chiclets Gum by Adams. 2 pieces. Made of sugar, gum base, corn, syrup, modified food starch, natural and artificial flavoring, and candela wax. Candela wax? Yellow 5 and blue 1. Of course there's yellow 5 in there, huh? How about that? The original candy-coated gum. Chiclets claiming to be the original candy-coated gum. What was everybody saying City for? Oh, Angie. Hey. Oh, I see Angie on there. What's up, Angie? So, guys, Angie Hodges, in the comments right here, that is my sister. Haven't seen her in some years, but I just saw the comment, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Cool. Yep, that is my sister. And I also have another sister, Michelle, and I have another sister, Kylie. So, I have 3 sisters. And I have a brother, David. I think I've covered everyone. I think I got all my brothers and sisters there. Technically, they're all they're my half brothers and sisters. But, same difference. Alright, so that was everything. I've covered everything out of the 1994 omelet with ham. Gotta go get the omelet and the cheese, all ground potatoes. Be right back, guys. Alright. Got the, I got them here. I'm just going to set them off to the side, though. Just because I don't want them up here all hot and stuff around everything I'm trying to do right now. Now, I'm going to start off with my foreignmre.com mug today. I'm not going to break out the Bob Ross for this one. Let's just take a look at this. I'm sure it's going to be nasty. And I'm probably going to have to break out a different coffee. Oh, yeah, that's moldy. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, it's moldy. Unfortunately, it is definitely moldy. Alright. We'll skip out on that. And I will find some other coffee. What did I do? Oh, there it is. We'll just use some, we'll use some other instant coffee here. Some Nescafe. Go with a nice... Yeah, that's probably a little too much. Yeah, that'll probably do. Hopefully, that's not too much, but it may be. That's pretty good bit there. And I will use this 24-year-old creamer. There we go. And the sugar that felt a little solid there, yeah, it's definitely chunked up. Yeah, it's coming out in chunks. Must have been a little bit of moisture got into that accessory packet, actually. Kind of odd. How was WSAZ? I saw you on there. Stephen Myers. You know, that's pretty good. That everything's got to be done remotely. I would have much rather been able to go to the studio and have an in-person interview. But considering that we had to do everything remotely, I think the second interview done much better than the first. And, you know, we still made the top 50 in the ratings on this week. So I don't think that's something that you complain about. I mean, making top 50 is pretty good, considering how many television shows are on in a 24-hour period. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. There we go. That's I don't know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Tell you what, I got some leftover sweetened condensed milk from, I think this is from last week. Some of it's going to go in here. That's right. But yeah, it seemed like the second interview definitely went better than the first. The first one, I was nervous. I haven't been nervous for anything really with this TV show, except in the very beginning, whenever I first went to New York. The first time, I was extremely nervous because I didn't really understand what was going on, and it seems that they had already picked me for the show before I even went there. They were testing out other people with me to see who would be my co-host. So, yeah. Now, I think I'm going to make this as a cold drink. And this does have good old NutraSweet in it, of course. Are the ingredients here? Yeah. Maltodextrin, instant tea, malic acid, aspartame. Good. Good old aspartame. Natural and artificial lemon flavor. Freeze dry, I don't know, FD and C red 40. I don't know what that means. FD and C. Maryland says West Virginia. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. What cup am I going to use for the tea? How much water am I supposed to put in here? 8 ounces? Okay. We'll use a big cup. We will use the Superman cup. Yep. Superman. I got the Gremlins and the Pink Floyd on standby, but let's... This is not the good tea drink that that everybody really likes. This is when they switched over to the fake sweetener. There's no sugar in this whatsoever. So, could make this hot and add some sweetened condensed milk to it. But, it smells weird. Ugh! I stuck my nose too deep into that. It smells like medicine. Ugh. Yep. It smells like some kind of weird medicine. I don't even know how to... I don't know how to tell you... What is that stuff? The like packets of powder that you dump in your mouth. It's supposed to relieve your headache really, really quickly. I can't remember what that's called. It's been years since I had any of that stuff. But it comes in like this little wax folded up paper, and the way that tastes when you put it in your mouth, like all that dust, and you end up kind of inhaling some of it and breathing some of it. That is what this smells like. Yep. That is almost perfect to the description, what I'm telling you. It's all right. Let's see how this rehydrates. Hopefully it rehydrates well. Here we go. Looks like it really didn't even need stirred. Curious. I don't know that I've ever had this fake sweetener tea. I've had all the other ones like fruit punch, grape, and I think they make an orange that is, you know what I'm saying, fake sweetener. Let's see if we can get us a hiss out of these good old crackers here. Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Was a good one. I gotta say, man, so far, just visually, everything I've seen from this meal is quite impressive. So far. That could all change. Oh, forgot about this. We got a cocoa beverage powder. So I will get to use the Bob Ross cup. Good deal. Should have made a mocha. I mean, I guess I could still dump it in my coffee, but yeah, maybe I should. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had just a regular hot chocolate, so cocoa beverage powder on its own. Usually I always mix it with the coffee, so let's just have it. See how it is on its own tonight. Kool-Aid recently came out with these retro Kool-Aid pouches. The grape tastes like the old school Kool-Aid jammer drinks from the early 90s. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Now, before I commit 100% to this cocoa beverage powder, I do want to give it a little bit of a try on the spoon there. Yeah, that's fine. Tastes a little weird, but all in all, chocolatey, creamy. I could probably eat that whole pack. Dry, if I had to. Good deal. A quick stir. Alright, so the challenge is to try to eat this whole meal. Someone did make a formal challenge in the comments, so we will be seeing if I can accomplish this goal. So we get a hiss out of this cookie. Nope. I don't think I cut it far enough down. Nope, already let the air out. Of course. What the heck? There we go. I don't know that this whole thing's going to be edible, man. Especially, I mean, that's a lot of old food to eat. 11 ounces of the combined mains. Look at that. Smells a little bit weird. It smells a little metallic, which I've never experienced that before. I mean, the packaging is aluminum lined. Typically, you don't get any weird flavors from aluminum. So, all right, let's check out the Mars milk chocolate bar. Yep, it's gonna be bloomed, of course. Been a while since I had one of these. Let's look at the good side of it. That is ready to fall apart, but there it is. It's kind of got that textured top. Kind of reminds you of like one of those Aero bars. We'll take a deeper look at that here in a minute. The grape jelly needs to set. Actually, the crackers need to move over there. Yeah. Jelly right there. Let's get our mains out. We'll start with the, oops, that's the wrong way. I don't know if this is going to be, I mean, this is probably not a good idea, but, oh well. It is what it is. One of the ugliest MREs. I'll tell you that. Look at that. Food's not supposed to look like that. Doesn't smell bad. I mean, if you consider eggs and ham to not smell bad. I mean, it kind of does have a little bit of that sulfur type smell. Smells like a fart. Looks like a seat cushion. Yep, you're right. It does look like some of that foam that you would find in some cushions. And it is, I would consider it to be somewhat foamy. They kind of, I think they over whip the eggs and like turn them into foam whenever they made that ration formula. I think they just kind of overdid it with the whipping of the particular. Well, those look okay. They don't look great, especially that clump on the side right there. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's over here. Yeah, let's just get it dumped out and we'll see. Yeah, they're not the right color. Not one that's been perfectly preserved, but so far I'm not seeing anything that has sent me running for the hills just yet. And that package is way too hot. I'm gonna burn myself. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Too hot. Yep. Oh, I don't like finding potatoes with some of the peel still on them. That kind of bums me out when that happens. Where did I stick the Alright, here we go. I think everything's open and ready here except the jelly, which yeah. I wish I had some pepper, but I do have Tabasco, which is a plus. And I'm going to go ahead and open the salt. And do a little bit of salting of the omelet while it's still nice and steaming hot. A little salting of the au gratin potatoes while they're nice and steaming hot. Now those potatoes will get really weird really quick as they cool down. They turn into a paste of sorts, and yeah, they just become a weird pasty, I don't know, potato mush with cheese. Or the underside of this thing looks even worse. As you can see, it's got some weird holes and whatnot in it, but I'm going for a big, gosh, I don't know. Let me start off a little smaller. That's a pretty substantial bite. When I don't know any of the backstory, so whew. Okay. Yep, down the hatch. You can definitely taste the ham and the egg. It is a little bit more than slightly metallic. It's picked up a lot of that packaging, a lot of that retort influence on the flavor. I don't like that. I do not like tasting metal in my food. But it's something that I run into a lot. I think a bite of these au gratin potatoes will kind of help plane things out. Let's see. Okay. I ran for the hills the moment I saw the words omelet. Worse than the spinach fettuccine I tried this week. Good luck. You deserve much more money than this. Well, thank you so much, History Savior, for the super chat. And I think that's a that might be a personal opinion type thing. You know, I would love to fry this. One thing I'm noticing is I'm getting a weird coating on the inside of my mouth. And I think that was a result of the potatoes. Now, these potatoes could have some kind of fat or wax in them that causes that. I'm going to try just the potatoes without taking a bite of this first. Try to get my mouth as cleared out as I can without legitimately cleansing my palate. Let's see. Whoa, Miss Sharon with the super chat. No, no writing. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon. For the super chat. The potatoes have a very strange flavor. They, a lot of people aren't going to like to hear this, but, and I'm going to say it anyways. I apologize ahead of time. But it almost has that, like, stomach bile, sour, weird flavor. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what happens to these potatoes after time. I mean, are they still edible? I think so. They do have some weird characteristics. They're definitely coating my mouth with a, I don't know what that is. Just a coating, like an oil coating. It's probably that fake cheese that we're infamous for here in America. Cheese has got to be yellow for whatever reason. I would much rather it be natural and not yellow. But here's something. I want to try this. A little bit of this cheese sauce with the omelet. Let's see how the two mix. Well, that's an improvement. Huh. That was an improvement. Yeah. I actually kind of like that. Now, the texture of the potatoes is spot on. They're not overcooked. They're not undercooked. They're perfect as far as the texture goes. They got plenty of firmness left, but they mush really easy. Quite salty. I didn't need to add any salt to that. There's a lot of sodium content going on there anyways. Oh, I'm old, so I think the TV show. What, Gomer Pyle? I saw a Gomer Pyle. I can't remember what was the name of that one where he went to, where he was in the military. Can't remember the name of the show. I liked his drill sergeant in that. Stephen Meyer says, look what I said. Okay, hang on. I'll go back to find Stephen's comment. Not in Mason, actually. Well, Mason County. But I try not to give out my personal information online, so, yeah. That would be why. Yeah. Alright, so if I eat that much, I'd be halfway in, I would say, roughly. And, let's see. I think I got a darker Tabasco up here than this one. Let's say this one's slightly darker than this one, which means it'll be hotter. Let's go for the hotter one. Okay, the tip is open. Okay, lots of Tabasco floats out in that. Come on. Well, it's obviously chunky. There we go. Alright. Added some, you know what? Let's just add a little bit up here, too. Why not? That Tabasco's pretty dark. When it's showing up like that on camera, the stuff is considerably darker than it should be. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Down the hatch. Ugh. Nope. Tabasco sucks. Not helping it at all. Should have tried to crack it on its own, but I needed the help. He said he what? Said to you. Yeah, I know Rocky. Sure do. Used to work with him. As a matter of fact, the place where I got hurt at. I gotta hurry up and get through this Tabasco error. Ugh. I've already got heartburn from something. Ugh. One thing I'll say about this, to the negative, the texture is absolutely horrible. It's like, hang on. I just tried to stuff a bunch of it in my mouth real quick. The potatoes are weird. I'm going to regret this later. I can already tell. Oh, I have to disagree, Robert. That is a ray of sunshine. The Mars bar, if it was in good shape, that would also be a plus. Because you didn't see, once they started making MREs, you didn't see too many solid milk chocolate bars in MREs. Very, very few, and very few menus got them over the years. Yep. Like I said, I'm definitely going to regret this later. It's so metallic. And I didn't leave it in for too long either. Kept a pretty good eye on it. I left it in maybe a minute too long. History Savior says oatmeal cookie bar, best ration food ever. It's definitely up there on my list of favorites. For sure. The Crayon Raspberry First Strike bar is up there too, as being like one of the best items the military's ever made. So let's see how the coffee is. Actually, I want to wash it down with this tea. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Kind of weird. It almost does have this weird, almost purplish color to it, which is very odd. Miss Marilyn, holy cow, you did not need to do that. Holy cow. I'm going to have to, like, turn Miss Marilyn's ability to send super chats off. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm almost there now. I've only got like 30% of the potatoes and about 40% of the omelet left. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and I probably put less water than supposed to be in it. Nuclear plant runoff Chernobyl. Yeah, that's about what that looks like. It doesn't taste much better either, I doubt. I mean, it doesn't taste horrible, but it doesn't taste like what I thought it was going to either. It doesn't taste like tea. I don't know. If I swish it around in my mouth, I can pick up some of the... Well, I mean, I get a little bit of the tannins because I get that dry, weird feeling in my mouth. And I do pick up some of that black tea flavor. But it's just not pronounced. It's mainly I'm just picking up on that fake sweetener, really. I mean, and it's not like mega sweet either. It's pretty lightly sweet. All right, here we go. Let's just get in it. I'm in it to win it, folks. This might be the first time I ever puke. When I said that, I meant it too. I'm kind of feeling that way. I've never puked as a direct result of any food that I've ever eaten, except a couple times that I've had food poisoning from fast food. And I intended to make this live stream short, and I'm already at an hour. I need to shut up and stuff my face. No, don't. Get on there. Buy a cracker. That'll help with the foamy weirdness. Weather scan on my TV? I don't know. I never pay any attention to it. If I do. So check this out. Anybody who's curious. Almost there. Kenny Green. No. Doesn't ring a bell. History savior, if I do, I'll cut the stream off before I do. I'd never make anybody see that. Come on, get on this. Yeah. There we go. little bit of cracker. What? Oh, that just looks like One more. I gotta do the last one without potatoes. It's gonna suck. Just got that all over my face. I've actually already had it. I just happened to look down and see that. Oh, I'm getting this cheese. Whatever I can get out of this cheese. It's the only thing that's really been making me able to get through this. Being 100% honest. Last bite. Flip the camera around. Well, now I can say I did that. I guess. Yeah, Miss Rachel was in the hospital. Miss Rachel Sunshine. I probably should have went to the hospital, but I didn't want to be West Virginia's first case. So far, Daniel, we're pretty early on here into the possible aftermath, and I still got quite the meal to go. Yeah, I was like 2.5, 3 weeks. I wasn't a whole month, Rachel. Smaller the hole, more control. There we go. As Gundog would say. Alright. Now, I need to clean my spoon, because looks like my hot chocolate needs stirred up a little bit. Oh, whoa. That's not good. Oh. Yep. There's a little bit of oil off my spoon. That's actually a good cup of coffee. Yep. Happy with that. Don't leave any rings on the table. On my new... last week I spilled coffee everywhere after I ended the live stream. Felt like an idiot. These are the crackers that suck. No salt on them. I wish they still had salt on them. In the 90s. They changed the formula on the new ones, and they do taste better than these ones, in my opinion. There's a lot of malted barley flavor with these, without the salt mixing in, which kind of doesn't balance it out right. Let's see how this 24-year-old grape jelly has held up. Not bad. Not much grape about it, but there we go. Very dark. Shouldn't be that dark, but yeah, West Virginia schools are closed for the rest of the year. Have been. I gotta be careful. So I burped a minute ago, and that was almost the end of this challenge. Good old grape jelly. CT's favorite. To be honest, this grape jelly doesn't have much flavor. I mean, it's just like eating a very lightly sweet jelly substance. It really doesn't have like any fruit flavor going on like it should, which is probably got something to do with the age, I would say. I don't think that's helping. I'll eat as much of these crackers as I have jelly for. The crackers themselves suck pretty bad too. Dry, malted barley flavor, but it's like overpowering. If the jelly had more flavor, this would be a lot more enjoyable. You know, as far as the cracker goes, I mean, as long as it's a vessel to get your spread into your mouth, then it's serving its purpose, so I can't complain about the crackers. And that's about it. That is going to finish up the cracker and jelly portion. I got half a cracker left. Yum. Look at that. This looks like the tastiest morsel you could ever put in your mouth, doesn't it? Kaylin said there's some people having a barbecue across the street from her. Bye, Stephen. Althea, been told I'm extra grumpy since they closed. Aren't we all? Nice getting rid of the kids for half a day. Good luck getting international rations right now. It's not easy. Or it takes a lot of time. We'll wash down the crackers and jelly with a little bit of this cocoa beverage powder. 24 years old. Oh, wow! Now that's nice. That's got a really nice flavor to it. I don't know if it's just where the crackers and jelly were so bland that this just seems like an explosive chocolate. It's really good. Is anybody interested in the real numbers? Look up times 22. Cocoa is probably the best part of this ration. Kaylin, I gotta argue with you on that. This is a. Whew, I might have to take a break. This is like a 1,500 calorie ration. The prices on U.S. MREs is ridiculous right now. Technically, these eBay sellers selling cases for more than 10% markup are guilty of price gouging during a national emergency. Daniel, yeah. I mean, they don't care though, and neither does eBay. They're going to do it anyway. Bus stops. There's an Army surplus store in town I'm passing through that sells MREs at a reasonable price. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, I paid $30 for one ration today for a U.S. ration. Well, history savior. You're crazy, dude. Depends on what that U.S. ration was, though. Let's see how this is tasting, how it has fared. This should be a little bit lighter in color. Actually, it should be about half as dark as what it is, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Man, I need to be careful with that, because, woo! So, I'm still picking up on that metallic flavor. There's something weird in there right there. I don't know what that is. I'm going to take a closer look myself. I don't know what that is. Something black in there. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look like it belongs. Got a really nice crunch to it. Yeah. I like that. Mixed with the hot chocolate. Cocoa beverage powder. Mixes perfectly with that. Alright. That's going in the cocoa beverage powder. Yep. Hopefully it soaks it up. Gusto. Dang it, missed it. I missed the only. Yeah, this is the closest I've ever been to blowing chunks, I'll tell you that. But I've eaten the entire thing, so. Well, the main and the side. Not really soaking up the cocoa beverage powder like I'd like. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Gusto. Sorry to talk with my mouth full. Guys, go check out Gusto's channel. Check this out. Here's what the old spearmint chiclets used to look like. Changed them up a bit, didn't they? Back when they were 2 cents. Oops. Starch, natural flavor, and artificial flavor. And then up here you get your added chemicals. Yellow 5, blue 1. Candela wax. Here you just got made of gum-based sugar, corn syrup, starch, natural flavors, and artificial flavors. Warner Lambert Pharmaceutical Company. And then up here we have 1993, Warner Lambert Company. No pharmaceutical. Morris Plains, New Jersey. Morris Plains, New Jersey. Made in the USA. It's a nice little comparison there. Huh. Nasty eggs, check. Flavorless ham, check. Bitter, cheesy potatoes, check. Mm-hmm. So I believe tonight, you know, I don't know. Those are special occasions. I don't think I want to waste one right now. I was going to smoke one of the German smokes that History Savior sent along. Because I'm going to have to take a break and I'm going to have a smoke. And then I'll continue with eating this. Whew. But yeah, that is super, super cool. Too bad a mouse decided to eat part of that, but outside of that, they've held up smokably in spite of that. So I would say that's probably happened not too awful long ago, if I was to guess. But right now, I will be having a Camel that was made around the same time as this ration. It's actually older than this ration by about 5 years. But there we go. Lined up. There we go. Whew. Man, man. Oh boy. Yep. This is going to get interesting tonight. Canceled 2. We're in social. We're in social? We're in social. Okay, man. Let's see if the lighter lights. It is. It's got a couple more lights left in it, maybe. I think I've had this for 3 or 4 years. K-Man sent this to me 3 or 4 years ago, along with a Welcome to Las Vegas ashtray that I have actually never used. I keep stuff in it. I mean, I guess I use it, but I don't use it as an ashtray. I use it as like a little catch-all because I think it's made of pewter as well. I don't want to ruin it. Don't want to ruin it. Since Gundog and Gusto are here, I was talking about this a little bit ago. I don't know what you guys think about this, but this is an Ash John survival food ration. That's, civilian slash, I'm sure they use these in the military too. I could definitely see that, having these in the life rafts if they had small type boats. And this is the worst looking one I've ever seen. I've never seen one any worse than this as far as like overall condition of how it looks. I mean, it's not. It's not horrible as far as like dinged up, but it's obviously been set in the sun and kept as a collectible, I guess. Someone just had it sitting on a shelf somewhere or something, because not only is one side faded, all four sides. This is the best color wise that this whole can gets, is right there. And yeah, it's even worse. It's real bad down here though. This is going to be something. I wonder if the outside of this can is going to indicate how the inside of this can is going to be. Yeah, I'm really curious to know if they correlate. If one means that, if just because this thing looks horrible on the outside, if that means the inside's going to be trashed, or if it's just some light fading from some distant sunlight shining through a window. Maybe maybe it was far enough away that it didn't really heat it up. I don't know. I'm curious to find out though. This is something that I forgot I even had this. I was digging around this evening trying to figure out what I was going to do today, and found that. By the way, probably going to do a regular live stream on Monday. This was meant to be a 1-hour live stream, but it took me almost an hour to just eat. Well, to go through the ration, heat up the ration, and then eat the omelet and au gratin potatoes. And then I just had to stop and take a break there. And yeah, you guys know the rest. It's not actually puffy at all. It feels like tight. It feels. I think it's just where it's like closed up. I don't know if you're talking about this or not. I'm blocked, question mark. Shouldn't be, Rachel. But yeah, there's no bloating at all. The bottom's perfect. The top is perfect. They're both nice and sucked in like they should be. They're not bulging at all. The sides aren't bulging at all. It's just a little dinged up here and there. But it's got a flat spot on that corner right there. It's supposed to be rounded like this side. It's flat spotted, which is not good to have that on a seam like that. That's the most concerning area right there. But as far as like the seam of the can, it looks like it's well intact. But really, if there's any compromise, it's going to come from that right there. So, which is very possible. I mean, that one bend right there could definitely let oxygen in and ruin everything inside. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But it also wouldn't surprise me if I open this thing up and it be in edible condition. I hope that it is. It's got quite the score dent mark down there on that side right there, as you can see. Like it had something heavy sitting on it or something. Or it maybe got dropped on a corner or something. Yeah, don't forget to pre-message me, Smokey, if you do open that tin. Pre-message you? Don't forget to pre-message me, Smokey, if you do open that tin. If I'm opening this tin, I'm making a video out of it. Like it definitely is video worthy. I think just exploring this thing in a video because of the condition of it is really what makes this worth doing a video on, because these rations have been opened before. There's a couple videos, maybe even, I think Gusto, you did one, didn't you? Didn't you do an Ask John? I think RC Gusto has an Ask John. Steve has an Ask John. And I think Nathan did an Ask John. And I don't know what year this thing is. I have no clue. It was sold to me as a 50s, but I think they were mistaken. I think it's probably at the oldest 60s. Now, oh my goodness. Yeah. I thought you did an Ash John. The Ash John Corporation. See? Lifeboat and life draft. 5-component ration approved by the U.S. Coast Guard. I'm pretty sure you did one of these, Gusto. Yours came with a can opener and water. You had the whole box. These things came as a kit. The whole box that were supposed to be put in lifeboats and life drafts. They came with a can opener, those weird, cheap, very crappy plastic, or not plastic, but like thin metal, twisty can openers. And I think you had like 12 cans of water with yours. I'm pretty sure yours was that. I could be completely wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure you had an S, John. It's been a while since I've seen that video. Oh, yours was a Neutro. Okay. Nibble for Neutro. Yep. I have one of those as well that Sticky Fingers sent me years ago. I've got that thing somewhere. Actually, I know exactly where it's at. As a matter of fact, I just now remembered. Kind of having hot flashes a little bit. That's a little weird. Yep. It's definitely food related. Put my old chiclets back up here. I should put those new ones right next to them because I don't have a pack of these up there. I have the yellow ones, which I think the yellow ones I have up here are new. The peppermint. Let's see if they're the same. Yeah. Well, not quite. Manopause side effect. No. Still pharmaceutical on these yellow ones. So these yellow ones must be... Or no, the old ones didn't say pharmaceutical. Hang on, let me see here. I got these up. Do I have these up? Yep, they did away with the pharmaceutical part of it. The newer they got. Interesting. I don't know what year these yellow ones are. I just collect gum. I have all different kinds of gum up there. Whew. Yep. Definitely having some weird side effects here. Just about to finish up my smoke. Even though it's a Camel Light, it's definitely tastes like a regular Marlboro. Camel. What the heck? Alright. Those two do mix well together. I gotta try this and see what it tastes like. It's a bit bloomed, obviously, but let's see. See you later, Jesse. Thanks for everything you do on the Eating History Facebook page, man, and everything else too. So this tastes normal. I still had some of that in my mouth. It's safe to say Smokey completed his challenge in the battle with Smokey versus Old Nasty Ration. Smokey won for now. I don't know. It's definitely giving me some side effects. I'm going to try this with a little cleaner palette here. It's a bit dusty. Kind of turns to dust in your mouth. I mean, it tastes a little bit weird. Like it has a little bit of a sourness to it. But overall, I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's melting nicely in my mouth. The dustiness of it is just something kind of hard to get. It's kind of almost like eating hot chocolate or cocoa beverage powder. Because whenever I bite down on it with my molars, it just kind of poof, turns to dust. But I mean, overall though, it's definitely not bad. I'm out, guys. Have to deal with a migraine. Oh, that sucks, man. Sorry, History Saver, you got a migraine. That sucks. My son had one yesterday. Had it for like the whole day. If you guys enjoy the live streams, hit that thumbs up. It's actually just enough that you're watching, honestly. The thumbs up is totally an extra, and really that only does good for Google, and they crave information and statistics and information just from everyone. So if you guys want to let Google know, up or down, no pressure either way. I just remind people because I forget to hit it all the time if I'm in a live stream or something like that. I try to remember, but it doesn't always happen. I'm almost there. That went down the wrong hole a little bit. One thing I'll say, you finish this whole meal, it's very filling. The tray needs to be consecrated after this got any holy water. Gusto, buddy, I'll text you later. Yeah, because there's already been some side effects. Almost lost it. That was the closest I've ever been to yeah, without getting into too much detail, to losing it. Wrong whole enema cocoa. It's actually coffee. And this is the coffee. Cocoa is in the Bob Ross mug. Even better though, some caffeine. I think I'm going to save a bite of this for later because it's one of my favorites. And I'm actually quite full. But, I mean, that means that I didn't complete the challenge if I do that. And I'm not finishing that cracker dry anyway, so. I'd say I came pretty daggone close. I heard that's the cure for coronavirus. I have to pretend to be a cashier now. Full refund. I just can't burp. I can't take that chance. I can't help it though. Ugh. Division of Mars Inc., Hackettstown, New Jersey. This thing was made. That could be a. This could have been produced in '93. I don't know. Still got some tea. Good old weird, kind of nasty tea. All right. Oh, I dropped my TP. Oh, my empty. Good old omelet. Omelet with an H. Omelet. Ham omelet. The veggie omelet, man. If you can find a good one that's been well stored, they're not bad. They taste very similar to this. This one I would say was it's not the best example I've ever seen. It's not the best example I've ever had either. But in saying that, it was also edible. Clearly. I ate every bit of the potatoes and the nasty, foamy omelet. It's not, like I said, it's not horrible. It's just the texture. I wish they would have not over whipped the egg and the, they did. That's what happened. They just over whipped it. Like it turned into a, this whippy foam stuff that it didn't need to be like that. I don't think. I think they, or that, or maybe they could have just tried to get some of that air out of the finished product. If you guys have ever made a cake or brownies, after you mix it all up and you put it in your cake pan, you drop it on the table, and that makes all the air bubbles come to the top and pop, so you don't have a bunch of air trapped in your cake. That's kind of what I wish they would have done with the omelet. If they would have had some way to shake that that mixture and get that air out of there, the texture of that would have been a gazillion times better. I mean, yep. Got some matches. That good old orange or lemon, I'm not sure, probably lemon, scented moist towelette, and the Chiclets gum, which I actually need these this time, but I'd rather have them on my shelf than I would refresh my breath. So they're going up on the shelf right now, like next to the old box. Yep. Same flavor, different box. Well, a lot older. The other one's a lot older. Okay, so tomorrow, or not tomorrow. By the way, happy Mother's Day to anybody watching this who's a mother. And I'm sure my mom won't see it. I don't think my sisters are around anymore either, or my sister. I think, was it Michelle or Angie? I can't remember which one was on here. It's been so long ago that I read that now. I think it was Angie that was on here earlier. But I know she's got kids, so happy early Mother's Day to her. Yep, okay, so Miss Marilyn confirms that Angie was the one. Okay. Weird that she popped in on a live stream. That's just gave me a weird... that was just weird. So, I don't know what else to say about it. Having Wagyu fillets tomorrow night. Wow, that sounds amazing. With fiddleheads. What I gotta say it. What the hell's a fiddlehead? Fiddleheads? Is that a fish of some kind? Fiddleheads. 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 Oh, yeah. I've complained way too much during this. I feel like a wuss. And I made a mess last week. Oh my gosh, I made a mess. After the live stream was over, I was trying to carry my cups to the kitchen. And I tried to do it, I got one hand, so I tried to carry 2 cups with one hand, and I stacked them. And I tipped over my coffee cup, and I spilled coffee and I spilled like that much coffee, which there's a lot of coffee in there. Like, I spilled probably that much coffee. It took like 10 paper towels to clean it up, just to get the liquid soaked up. Boy, go black Noma jacket, Demi beige guana sudden knit. No idea what that means. Love me some fiddleheads. Get a crate to carry your dishes in. Oh, yeah. But I do it with one arm usually. But yeah, I could though. I have stairs to go down, so it prevents me from dropping anything down. Yeah, that makes sense. Laugh out loud. MREs are expensive. They didn't used to be, man. Like, you used to be able to get case. Like, I'll tell you, the cheapest I ever bought a case of US MREs on eBay, and this was shipped. This was with shipping included. Was $31 for a case of US MREs, and this was back in like 2016 probably, and they were 2014, so they were a couple years old, which is typical, especially back then. Those were the freshest you could get. Really, was about 2 years old, and honestly, I think the person ended up paying more in shipping than what I paid for the whole thing, which was crazy. It was free shipping, or maybe it was like $17 and like $14. I think I won them for like $14, and the shipping was like 17 or something. Agreed, Daniel. MRE Mountain has horrible prices. I couldn't agree more. You're right. You are correct. That is why you have never heard me send anyone that way, man. I think foreignmre.com is fair with what they do and their prices. I know for a fact Bob and Minotaur and all them, I know for a fact he's been plenty fair. And he also gives discount codes to anybody who watches me. So it's OS10. I don't know if that still works, but I'm pretty sure it probably does. And, like, if you have fair prices, I don't make anything from telling you guys about that stuff. It does me no good or what, I mean, the only thing I'm doing is just passing along the information and trying to, basically help you guys out with the ability to find stuff that's worth getting or, worth buying or paying for. ForeignMRE.com will now sell full cases of 2018 pack dates. Huh. I did not know that. I'm going to assume that the price on them is probably going to be high. $119 in free shipping, Miss Marilyn says. So, $120 would be $10 per MRE shipped. When you look at it, the grand scheme of things, go onto eBay and see what buying one MRE would cost you. See what buying two in. A lot of times you'll see 4-packs on eBay, and they used to be where you could get them right around $30 to $32. But the last time I seen them, they were running about $40. So about $40 for a 4-pack, and that you're breaking. I mean, that's about right. So, or for a 3-pack, it was $40 for a 3-pack. I'm sorry. So it would have been $160 for 12 MREs at $40 for a 3-pack. So you're saving money there. Is that the best price in the world? No. I will tell you right now it's not. But in today's times, unless you absolutely need them, I would suggest kind of waiting is what I would suggest, because the prices will go back down when all this crap calms down and everything opens back up. All MREs has sold 2 or 4 packs of MREs, but usually it's a multiple of the same menu. That sucks. Nobody wants to do that. Most of the time you want a variety. I mean, unless you're actually able to get your favorite menu, then sure, yeah, I'd buy 2 or 4 of the same menu. But that's no way. That's no way to do business, in my personal opinion. I don't think. I think most of you guys would agree that especially if you're going to buy 4 MREs, you don't want to buy 4 of the same MRE. It's just not cool. Buy one, keep one, and give the other away. Well, that's an option. But I mean, if you're trying to build up your own supply, then that, you know. But again, like I said, if you can get your favorite menu, then that's a whole nother ball game. Yep. I tell you guys what, my stomach is not feeling the greatest right now. I don't think this aspartame's helping either. Probably not. Probably not. Oh. When you hear me taking deep breaths and blowing them out like that's typically not a good sign. That's not a good sign. One day I want to buy a case of the XMRE kosher and the XMRE halal. Prices are very high on those. I definitely agree with you, Miss Kaylin, because I have seen those, and it's like a case of 6 of the 24-hour rations are like, I want to say they're $179 for 6 24-hour rations, which would be the equivalent of, well, it'd be over a case, I guess. 6 24-hour, or maybe it was 4 24-hour rations. I can't remember, but it's crazy. XMRE's prices are too high. Being in the private market the way they are, whoops, uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Excuse me, guys. Oh. But yeah, being in the private market the way they are, it's a little tougher for them to, because they don't have a huge government contract, even though they do get some contracts for taking care of disaster relief and things like that. But yeah, typically their main customers are civilians. So Minotaur was out of the rations. Well, Minotaur, I know for a fact they're having troubles themselves getting stock because the U.S. government bought everything Warnick, Sopacko, and Ameriquil had. And they bought everything that they were going to make in the next 3 months. And that was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Maybe even a month ago. I'm not sure. So there's still going to be a couple more months of that completely dry climate for someone like Bob, who's building rations, buying directly from the manufacturer. He's going to struggle to come up with material because it's impossible to get. But all right, guys, this was supposed to be a quick live stream, and I'm probably my plan is to do another one of these on Monday. I've got a couple of doctor's appointments this week. I have one on Monday, as a matter of fact, but I'm going to try to do another live stream on Monday. So if you guys want to stop back in on Monday, I will be doing. I'm going to have something kind of special planned for Monday. So feel free to stop back in, hang out on the live stream. I'll do it typical time, 7:30 or so, because that if I do it any earlier than that, the guys on the West Coast, like, that's really early for them, and there are people from all over the United States that stop in on the live stream. So see you later, Gusto, Miss Sunshine, James Ortiz, who else? Ben, what's up? Appreciate you, my dude. Anybody who enjoyed the live stream, don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down. If you hated it, that's fine too. Just let Google get that information that they crave, that they just can't live without. And this was me eating an entire 1994 omelet with ham. Unknown storage conditions. Not the greatest storage conditions, but definitely not the worst. Just, it was what it was. You know, I have a feeling I'm going to pay for this one a little bit later. Already been paying for it, but it's going to get worse before it gets better, I think. But it is what it is. It's one of the side effects of doing something like this, but usually it's, I wouldn't eat all that knowing what I know about it. Once I eat about 2 or 3 bites of it, I should have been done. But alright, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thanks to each and every one of you guys who sent in a super chat, which was, let me get through them. History Savior, I'm into pain, which that was awesome to see. I'm into pain stop in, and History Savior, link to him right at the top of the description. History again, and then Miss Sharon, and then Miss Marilyn. And that reminds me, I didn't mention Ann and Allen Baking Company. You guys got to go check them out. Just type in Ann and Allen on Google. It'll take you where you need to be. They're out of St. Louis, Missouri. Make sure that's where it's from, and you'll be in the right place. Order yourself a gooey butter cake. And then Gusto come in with the last one. Thank you so much for the super chats, you guys. Super duper appreciate all you guys. Always say huge thanks to my patrons. Thank you guys for being patrons over there. I really, really do appreciate your help. That does and has given me the ability to upgrade equipment over the years. I've bought rations for the channel over the years. So, you know, I just let that stuff add up until there's enough there to make a purchase that makes sense. So that's where every bit of the Patreon money goes directly back into the channel for things for the channel. So thank you guys for that. And I guess, it was cool to see my sister in the chat. I haven't talked to her in years. It was just cool to see her in there. I'm sure she's not still around. These things, I wanted this thing to be an hour long, but it took me an hour to eat the ration. But all right, guys, that's pretty much it. So I guess really all I got left to do is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Later.